stronger than the watching. Because watching actually perhaps is not the most appropriate word here, because watching means your energy is fixed on what is happening. And if it's the traffic of sensations and thoughts that come, if we're watching, at some point some thoughts will come that you will take a ride with them. You will get pulled into that stream. So watching is not so much. You observe that somehow this flow is there. What is the purpose actually of this observing? Or you may say watching, noticing, is that everything is traffic. Everything is like a cloud passing in the infinite expanse. Everything is like a cloud. Some are moving fast, some clouds hang about for seemingly a very long time, others are moving fast. But one thing to add into that you must be observing this with some detachment. Okay? How you can observe, particularly thoughts that you are familiar, you have a familiar association with them, and to be detached from them. It is possible, but only if you keep the attention on the observing energy and space. It is a panoramic space, an open space. And watching means that somehow everything that comes, both of little significance and greater significance, is noticed in the space of the awareness consciousness. Everything is there. But if you itemize your seeing, so okay, now this red car, where is it going? Then you're going to get pulled in. Mm-hmm. But in a sense, if we use an example of driving in the countryside, so you're driving, and even in the city, in fact, you may be driving in the city, and somehow an experienced driver is driving, and they may not be looking at every single thing, because that will be a stress, to be a strain. There's a quiet openness, a panoramic viewing of things. You're sensitive and sensing your environment. So anything moves a certain way, you're already in tune with it. It's not that you're watching for what will run out in the road next. But there's an awareness that's very broad. It's not focused on any specific thing. And yet at the same time, it can focus on something without losing the larger awareness. Can you follow that?
Yes, but when I'm in the down, like when I think really it's not working, like...
When you think it's not working?
No, it's...
When you think it's not working, this I think it's not working is still only a sensation appearing in the wider space of awareness. This is the point, because some people have come to a certain stage, and you're still invested, you're still very much personal in your looking. You see, we have to remember that the ego mind can also be observing. It is also observing. But the difference between the ego mind observing and the spatial observing is that the ego mind is observing with self-interest. It's looking and thinking, yeah, I don't like this, and oh no, no, this feeling again. And so it's a very partial observing, you see? So that is not the full thing. When the observing includes the ego person and its preferences, its attachments and projections become equally phenomenal, then a deeper seeing is prevailing. You understand? Like that. If you're seeing that you're getting flustered and, uneasy, that uneasiness is also a sensation arising in the awareness, which is not uneasy. The awareness is not uneasy. That reading of uneasiness or discomfort or what's going to happenness is also sensations. They are also clouds passing. The thing is that when it comes to yourself as a person, you're not inclined to perceive your person as a cloud also. The person appears to be the fixed point. In fact, even the personal position can be claiming to see the absolute. Yes, I know that space of awareness. I see it, and the person seems to take up a stronger feeling of reality than the awareness itself. This is mind, you see. So with a little exercise, a little persistence of looking, your looking automatically is deepening to such a point where at some point you see that I am not separate, I am the awareness itself. It happens. You don't have to be saying, I am the awareness, I am the awareness. Just keep on looking and seeing that, but everything passes. Everything is passing. Then I may ask you, that which is noticing everything else is passing, is that passing? That which is capable of observing every single sensation, can that also be perceived? This is a very important question. The most important, perhaps, in your inquiry. You're arriving home. You're at the very door place of your being. Even that is not quite true. You're inside, actually, but you don't know it. But this question is going to reveal it, you see. That which is perceiving, just as you're here, if you have no titles you put to yourself, if you have not embraced any definition, then what is really here is just the sense of being, the sense that you exist, without information. Just I exist. That I exist feeling is there. You did not put it there. Your parents did not put it there. It arose spontaneously. It is consciousness announcing its presence inside this body. In the feeling, I am here, or I. But this I is perhaps the most important observation of all things possible to observe. The I is the most important because it changes.